Today, I want to share with you how I help two clients grow their business with systems. I know what you're like, girl, how'd you do that? I'm about to share it with you. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Sabri. I'm a system strategist for moms. I help moms build systems they can stop being pulled in every direction and actually have time for their dream life. When you think about growing your business, you're thinking of like something extravagant that you have to do, something that's like, I got to do this thing, and I got to run 20 miles, and I got to do this. And while some of that may be true, depending on what kind of business you have and what goals you have, it can really be simple by just putting systems in place to make it easier for you to do those other things that's going to grow your business. And that's exactly what I did with two clients. And I'm going to share exactly what I did, because why are we gatekeeping? And if you want me to do the same thing for you, we can do that. So you'll know where to find me at. Systems are not hard to put into place. It can really be simple, and you do not have to complicate it. I know if you're trying to put your own systems in place and you're not like a systems nerd, then you're gonna be like, bro, it's just too much. But it doesn't have to be. It can really be as simple as making it like when a client books, they get an email. Done. You see, like something simple. Or like when a client books, they get a form. When a client books, they get into their client portal where they have everything that they need to start working with you. And then they go through that, and then they have questions they just ask you. Like, it can really be that simple. It doesn't have to be that hard. If you see a little head right here, it's my daughter. But when you're putting systems in place, this is how I helped my clients do that. So step one, I started with the problem and not the tool. So it doesn't matter what tool they were looking at or they were using. I was looking at what was their friction? What was the problem? What did they want easier? Did they need SOPs? Did they have a team? Did they feel like everybody's asking them so many questions? Like, what was happening with it? Like, what was making it harder for them to focus on those tasks that would grow their business? And so once I found that out, I was like, oh, bet we can build a system. It doesn't matter what system it's in. It's really just what do you need it to do? And that's how you focus on the tool. And so the tool that we used was ClickUp. For both of them, we used ClickUp, and it was ClickUp. And I actually was put onto ClickUp by one of my clients. And after that, I ran with it. Like, it really, I love it. I use it in my business. I use it in my home. Yeah. I love ClickUp that much because it really has just made my life easier, and it really reduced the mental load of everything when it comes to my house, when it comes to my business, because I cannot keep everything in my head. Okay. I already got to remember a lot of things for a lot of people all the time. It's not happening. I will not keep it in my head. And that was easy. One client was like, I don't know if I want to use ClickUp, I want to use Notion, but we went to ClickUp and she loves it. And she's growing with it. Like, I'm getting back after maternity leave and seeing her workspace now after we built the foundation. I'm like, you ran with it. And sometimes you really just need to build the foundation for you to grow. And that's the problem that a lot of us don't have. We don't have a foundation. And the foundation is in the systems. That is what's going to carry you. And your systems need to be able to grow with you for where you're going. The way I used ClickUp for them was we built templates. We created SOPs. One client had a team. And so she was running an internship and templates, docs. When we had people on the social media team, we had people everywhere. When someone needed to learn how to do something, I was the one creating it. And if it was confusing, I was the one updating it. So your systems are really supposed to work for you, so you don't have to have everybody asking you the same questions, whether you have a team or not, whether if you're making them for you. So in case you forgot how to do something, the SOPs can be for you. And if you're thinking about adding a team or you want to add people to your team, SOPs need to be made so your team can run without you in a sense. Say if you're on vacation. I helped a client with that. She was on vacation multiple times while we was working together. We made sure the SOPs were there. We made sure I had things. So if something went wrong, I know what step to take next based on how she wanted me to take it. So templates, SOPs, like, it's really simple. Recurring tasks. Automating it. That's really it. And just making sure you had everything in place for where you needed it to be. My first business owner I want to talk about, she had a team, which was her internship program. She had a personal brand. She had her YouTube channel, and she was launching a second brand. So we was creating content. It got to the point we stopped creating content for her personal brand and we focused on her new brand. But she was trying to hit a YouTube goal. She wanted to launch a new brand, and she needed that help. And that's when she added me in. And that's when we came in and created templates, SOPs, and everything, because she needed time to be a way to move her business forward. And she couldn't be stuck doing the same things or like those admin tasks, answering everybody's questions. She couldn't be. So we were building it so it could run without her, and so that she can just show up. And if she has to make like those final edits, or she has to like give her feedback, it wasn't a lot. We created a way for her team members to like check in and everything. Like it really was a well-oiled machine. She also was onboarding new interns every so often. So I was there, I think, for like maybe 2 iterations. And that's a lot of work when you're adding new people. So it's like when you're adding new people, what do they need to know? Do they have logins? Do they need to fill out a form to say where they're at? Do you have like some kind of reward program? How are your people going to say that they're taking a break or they need to take time off? Like when you're having a team and you're thinking about systems, your systems really need to be holding them or you're going to be holding your team. And that's what we didn't want for her. And so working with her was just amazing to see it in that capacity and working with his team and seeing that dynamic of it. And because of the systems that we put in place, she was able to start that second brand and keep the internship growing. And she hit her YouTube goal, all because we put systems in place for her to be able to show up as the CEO that she is and not where she has to do everything. And that's the reason you're not growing in your business, or if you're even wanting to add people to help you to relieve that load, you don't have any systems to even tell you what to do or even to tell a team member or somebody else or a contractor what you need done. And so when you really take that step back and you're like, oh my goodness, I need to have these systems in place. Like this is what I'm talking about. The things that you do all the time. Do you have a template for it? That template linked to all the resources that you use for your business in order to do that task. It's simple things. Like when you're doing this task, is there a workflow? Does it go from a point A to B to C? If it's not there and you're just doing it off of your brain, we need to fix that. And we can fix that. Or we could take a look at your business, see the goals that you're wanting to hit, what's important to you, what to focus on. And we can start putting those systems in place so you can run and you can soar. For client number 2, she wanted a team, but she didn't have the infrastructure. She didn't have the systems and she knew she needed help with that. So she came to me and was like, hey, help me, please. And that's what we did. She has multiple brands, I think like 3. And she was trying to keep them all in one place, organized, know what she needed to do. She had clients. She had a great content. Like it was a lot of things that she had going on and she had no infrastructure and didn't know how to hold it all. And so we started focusing on what her capacity was. We kind of reworked her daily schedule, what she should be working on, how to add time in for herself, making sure she's pouring into her cup, she's having time with God, like she's doing the things that she needs to get done. You can't grow nothing if your foundation isn't stable. We started building the system so when she's ready to bring somebody in, she could. She also knew who to hire. Because I think sometimes we're like, I need to hire this person. But it's like, do you actually know what you want to hire somebody for? Are there some things that you actually still want to do? Or are you just saying that because it's overwhelming? It's like when you put a system in place for certain things, you're like, oh, I actually need somebody in this department, not in this department. And so that's what I helped her do. And when I went on maternity leave, she added people to her team, all because we took that time to build those systems, to build that structure and that foundation, because without it, you can't grow. Like you can't grow without a strong foundation and support. And if your support looks like systems in this season, then it's systems. And if it looks like systems and a team, then it's that. And because we put those systems, she was able to start another brand. And she was able to do that because she built a system and all she had to do was add that into her system. So, when God gives you an idea to start something or to do something new and you're like overwhelmed because you don't know where to put it, this didn't happen to her. She had the infrastructure to do it. And that's what I helped her do, because God can be asking you to expand, or he can be asking you for start doing more or start a new project or go visit an idea he gave you. And if you're not stewarding what he's already given you, your time and your resources, and he's asking you to add more, you still have to steward that as well and still steward what he previously gave you. It's always about stewardship. And when it comes to systems, and how I help women and moms, it's, can you sustain this and can you steward it well like God has called you to? Because you didn't start this business for fun. God put something in your heart to help other people. You have a service, you have a solution, you're encouraging, you're inspiring. So can you steward it well? And that has been on my heart when it comes to moms, because we want to steward our business well, but we also have to steward our homes well. We have to steward ourselves well, because we cannot pour from an empty cup. And systems help you not to pour from an empty cup. Tells you when to take a step back, tells you what systems you need in place. Because at the end of the day, it's just as much as we are called to a business, we are called to our home first. We are called to steward ourselves. Because if we're in a bad place, it's going to show up in our business and how we love people and how we serve people, because our business is a service. It's such a service. This is not just something for play. Like, it's really such a service, and you are helping other people and the things that God has called them to do. That went on to like a whole, almost a church sermon, but that's how I helped 2 clients with systems. And May's system was ClickUp, and there was other like systems that they were using, but we built it so they could grow, so they can do what they were called to do, but also steward what they already have and to keep up what they were previously doing. So if you're like, this is exactly what I need, let's work together. Before you start to do anything to grow, you need to reset. You need to see where you're at. You need to see what's important in this season. You just need to do an audit of what's going on, what's happening, and how to make motherhood and business coexist so you can steward both of them well, but also where to put the systems and how to ease that load off of you so you can show up in both. And so if you want to work together, let's do it. I would love to have you. Love to have you because I love this stuff. Like literally ask my husband, I'm a system girl through and through. Every time I go somewhere, I'm just thinking of systems. I think it's just how my brain is wired at this point. But I'd love to help you. The link is in the show notes. I also have a free private podcast that you can listen to learn more about systems that I've put in my business and just the things that I'm learning as a mom of three since I just had a new baby at the end of 2025, like in October, still towards the end, but the end. Yeah. Follow me on Instagram. If you like more of these videos, subscribe. Join my little YouTube family and let's build these systems for your home and your business so you can steward it well. And you know where to find me. All right. See you in the next video.